Hi everybody, this is Marc from the Motor Guys, and today we're going out riding with the Ducati Streetfighter V2 2023. Come on! Well, this is kind of a treat for us. Our buddies over at Cycle Canada had this one, and Jean went on vacation, so I kind of slugged to his garage and got this thing. This is this is one of the bikes that, you know, get the essence of the street fighter genre. And back in the days, back in the 90s, early 2000s, the street fighter was more of a cobbled up, really cobbled up machines that were super bikes that were crashed and all this stuff, and then they turn around and they take the fairings off, put on different lights on it, and turn it into something that they called eventually a street fighter motorcycle. So it ain't exactly a real street fighter, but it's the street fighter genre. So it's got the type of front lights and all this stuff, kind of stripped down superbike looks, because all in all it's a 1000cc Ducati V-twin, and this engine is sweet. I love this engine. It's a high revving, it'll rev up to 11,000 RPM, 153 horsepower. It's deceptively fast, not in in superbike terms. There are lots of bumps here, and that's something that I enjoy about this bike, is the suspension. We'll get back to the suspension, but this bike, the advantage of this bike is that sweet engine, very aggressive stance, and a pretty twitchy front end that requires a front steering damper, and on the suspension side it's fully adjustable, Showa front and rear. The shock is side mounted on the left hand side of the motorcycle for the rear shock, and I really enjoyed the suspension package on this. I thought it would have been really stiff and jerky, but to be honest, it's a really sweet setup. It's good on my buns. It's good on my arms. Yeah, and it's nice at the same time. It's as being plush, and at the same time precise enough to do a little bit of canyon carving, as we say. So, oh, by the way, it's got one sweet quick shifter. I'm not using the clutch, and really nice. One of the better ones I've sampled up to now. All in all, the bike is very good suspension. Like the engine, I love the engine. The suspension package, awesome. It's a bike that can actually handle the bumpy back roads without transforming you in a torture rack. The body position is a little bit lean to the front. Not bad. When you're at speed, 60, 70, 90, 100 clicks an hour, like legal speeds, legal highway speeds, you get very little pressure. And this thing pulls. Like, I'm on streets, I can't, to be able to give you what the front end and what the suspension and everything is going to give you with the superb engine package, we're going to be I'm kind of stuck. I can't open it up. I like my license too much, by the way. My driver's license got all 8 points on, and I want to keep it that way. So kind of sucks. I'd love to open her up, but I have no track access for it today. I wish I had, because this is a very sweet handling motorcycle, and the looks are awesome. It's a Ducati. I always said, in the many years I've been in the business, I always enjoyed Ducati motorcycles for their looks, not their mechanical prowess. Back then, they were very, very maintenance intensive and very costly to do maintenance on them, right? And now, scheduled maintenance is every 12,000 kilometers, so that ain't bad. And the dreaded valve adjustment is at 24,000 kilometers still, but it's much less painful to do than before. It's still intensive because this desmodromic type valves, it's a different way of opening and closing valve, which is much more precise than a standard valve, because there's no valve springs on these things. And this is a reason why this motorcycle can rev right up to 11,000 RPMs comfortably. And this is a V-twin. It's a big V-twin. Now this is my type of road. You know, you don't really need to go fast, but this is very enjoyable for me to drive. It is fun. Comfort, well, it's a Streetfighter, and I never really found Ducatis comfortable in the past, especially in like the street bike, but this one has a really nice seat, and it's good, really good on my behind. So yeah, this I've been riding a couple of times with it, and I enjoy the seat. The riding position is a little cramped. It's superbike-esque of old, but it's still got that Ducati character without the torture rack, without the incessant maintenance and visits to the shop. So this engine is actually pretty quiet at the same time, but long-term reliability, because this is a new platform, but the engine is relatively old, comes from many different platforms, so should be okay. And this thing costs almost 20,500 bucks. It's not cheap, but it's, like I was saying, the Ferrari of motorcycles. Don't, you know, you're buying premium. You're not buying a cookie cutter motorcycle. This is something different. It is a Ducati. So what can I say? You have to live with it. But the cool thing is, it's civilized in this type of roads where you can't really go fast, and it's nice and twisty. But at the same time, when you want to open her up, you've got a nice 153 ponies waiting to be unleashed on the world. I like the instrument panel here. We'll show it to you in the video. It's small, but it's concise and precise. The only thing I really don't like about it is you don't know you're out of fuel until it says low fuel. So that's something to care about. And I don't think this one is going to be a fuel miser. It's going to be up there, because you just want to do this. And I'm in 4th gear, and this thing is like, wow. I really like this motorcycle. This is a nice bike, and the front end, even if it's a little bit twitchy under very hard acceleration, it is still quite composed. I don't know how to explain it. Twitchy under high, you know, if you push it hard, but go through bumps and stuff like that, and curves and all this stuff, and it's nice and planted. So yeah, it's got character. What can I say? It's a freaking Ducati. I always like the ducks for that, because anywhere you go, you will notice a Ducati motorcycle. You can't can't not notice a Ducati. I'm sorry. It's really a sweet bike. So 20,500 bucks almost gets you this really great looking bike that can handle city, that can handle small back roads like this with, you know, a very low speed limit, and without cooking your rump. It's not that much heat getting out of this motorcycle right now, so it's a great bike for just romping around. Yeah, I like it. It's my first Ducati I tried in a long time, and I'm really liking this bike. Yeah, I wish I could have it a little bit longer, but that's how it is. And I'd like to thank my buddy Jean from Cycle Canada that got me hooked up with the Ducati people for me to get this awesome motorcycle. And we'll get some more Ducatis for you in the coming weeks. Especially there's an adventure bike I've been looking at that I want for a long time. So that's about it. So I'm Mark. Please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel or the platform you see this video on social media. I really do appreciate it. And thumbs up is very important. Give me a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm, because we are not sponsored by manufacturers, and that thumbs up is gonna change a lot of things for us. So I'm Mark. On the camera bike is my buddy Jason, and we are the Motor Guys. And that's about it. We're still going riding. See you around, buddies.